There are many ways that companies can prepare for network security threats. Now, of course, it's important for employees to not go out of their way to click on emails from Nigerian princes promising them riches and wealth. Um, and if your employees are clicking on that stuff, all of the security techniques in the world aren't going to protect you. Now, in most cases, employees don't know that this is a bad thing. Most employees, and in general at heart, mean well for the company and are trying to do their best to serve the company. This is why it's so important to educate them and let them know of the threats that can happen in the internet that they may not be aware of. So to get real benefits out of that kind of training, you need to have your employees get some kind of buy-in. Now, we all know that employees spend some time enjoying themselves on the internet when they're not really working. So if you focus on that, maybe tell them that their cat videos are going to be kind of slow if they click on that Nigerian Prince email, that'll get you a bit more interest in them listening to an hour or 2 hour long presentation on network security than just telling them that they have to do it. The buy-in is key. Also note that the conversation should be in layman's terms. After all, your employees are in HR, accounting, sales. If you tell them that they need to do XYZ on the firewall before they can connect to a website, probably all they're going to remember is just connect to the website. And that's going to not really take advantage of the network security rules you have in place. And the important thing is to make sure that it's something that's understandable. There's no need for them to take a college level course. It should, however, be up to date in talking about things that exist today. If your presentation focuses on the threats of MySpace, I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone who uses MySpace anymore. So you might want to update that to include threats that might exist today, like malware exploit kits that we see on YouTube, or bad links on Facebook, or even LinkedIn. Something that you would want to do is focus some of that training on a special type of attack known as phishing. This is where the Nigerian prince comes in and tells them to click on a link and send them all the money. Obviously, that's bad. However, the good news is there are all kinds of tests available online that you can Google to learn more about phishing, and even do tests to see if your employees fall for the traps, if you will. You also want to make sure that the IT team has all the options available to protect your employees. So you want to have a team looking out for websites with logos of vendors, people you work with, even your own company website, to make sure that there are no fakes going around that would directly impact them. Monitoring customer service calls for a abnormally high number of calls looking for password resets might be a good idea as well if you do a lot of customer service issues, since that might be an attempt to perform what's known as a social engineering attack. Social engineering attacks are a little different from phishing. They typically happen in the real world, and they might target things that you don't think of. So for example, they might try to get someone's birthday because they've got the email address and they've gotten to where the secret answer is. So all they need to do is get that secret answer, which in this case would be the birthday. They don't even need the password. Also, not a bad idea to have an antivirus system in place to make sure that for more basic attacks, some of these can actually get caught. Last thing to keep in mind is to have some kind of policy in place to reward employees for doing the right thing when it comes to keeping the company resources safe. Make sure to acknowledge and reward them for reporting issues that they find to IT. And of course, where there's the carrot, there also needs to be the stick. You need to make sure that if employees are disregarding company regulations regarding using VPN to access the internet, or just doing whatever they want to do even after being addressed, some kind of disciplinary action method needs to be in place. Just remember, let them watch the cat videos when they're on their time. So in addition to training employees, it's very important to have network security tools such as firewalls in place to help protect the network as a whole. Not only will this be protecting your employees, it will also be protecting you from more traditional types of attacks that you might be thinking of, such as penetration attacks where intruders try to break in and get through without your employees even being a part of it. To learn more about protecting your network and your mission-critical infrastructure, please reach out to us by emailing sales@vaultnetworks.com or by calling us at 305-735-8098, option 2.